Are you tired of feeling powerless the moment she goes silent? What if you could flip the entire game without uttering a single word? Stay with me, and you will learn the secret of silent power that rewires your mind right now. Picture this. You lean in with a confident smile, and she meets it with a blank stare. You feel empty, as if she has taken a part of your soul without speaking a word. It feels like you handed her your heart, and she held it as proof of her control. You wonder, how did she measure your value and walk away with your power? Everywhere you look, you see advice for men to talk more, to impress, to do more. Yet nature and Nietzsche teach us a different truth. Silent strength outranks loud noise. In a world that shouts that words win wars, silence is the sword that cuts deeper than any blade. You see it in movies, in ads, in friends' advice. Talk louder, show more, prove more. We believe that talking is the same as winning. We chase approval because we fear being seen as weak. Yet there is another way, a way that turns your silence into an unbreakable fortress. Imagine a storm raging around a silent mountain peak. The wind screams, the rain pounds, but the peak stands unmoved, unbowed. That is the image of silent power. That is what you can become. Why does this matter? Because when you explain yourself, you apologize for your existence. Every time you open your mouth to justify your worth, you hand over a piece of your strength. She senses that need and uses it against you. Words can be twisted, spun, and turned. But silence is an unspoken truth. Silence reflects her insecurities back at her. You might think this is impossible for you. You might doubt you have the discipline to hold still when she tests you. But listen closely. Stillness is a skill that can be trained, and anyone can learn it, including you. Let me tell you a quick story. Imagine you are on a date. She asks why you did not call her back last night. Your heart races. Your mind scrambles for excuses. You open your mouth to explain, but then you pause. You hold your gaze, breathe, and do not speak. Seconds pass. She pokes you with another question. You stay silent. Her strategy unravels. She has no words to pull you into the drama. Her frustration shows on her face. That is your silent win. Early on, we are taught to prove ourselves. In school, in sports, in jobs. We earn applause by talking and doing. Yet no one taught us that the deepest power comes from refusing to react. Nietzsche said that true dominance begins when a man has no need to speak. Because if you must persuade, you have already begun from beneath. The man who watches from silence stands above. Next, let us explore why women hold this silent power. Women are often nature's perfect strategists. They read cues in a heartbeat. They see hesitation, doubt, and need. They know how to push buttons without words. When you show anxiety, they sense it as weakness. They test you with silence because they know most men will panic. But when that panic never comes, their control slips. Why does this matter? Because most men feed her power with their words and actions. They chase, they explain, they beg for peace. That chase makes them slaves to her tests. But if you let go of the need to be liked, you break her map to control you. She no longer knows which lever to pull. Picture a vast ocean and a man trying to change its tides with a hammer. He hammers and hammers, but water still moves as it pleases. That man robs himself of his energy. He wastes his power on noise. Now picture another man who steps back, watches the waves, and stands solid on the shore. He does not need to do anything. His calm presence commands respect. You might think that this is just a game or a trick that will come off as cold. But silence from strength is not cold. It is the core of self-mastery. When you speak less, you reveal less of your need. You hold your dignity like a shield. That shield protects you from every arrow she might shoot. Let me break it down with the why, what, how method. First, why it matters. Your need to be seen, heard, and understood becomes a chain. That chain binds you to her rules. You become predictable. She knows that if she pulls away, you will chase. She sees that if she stays silent, you will try to fill the void with words. That pattern repeats until you forget your own worth. Second, what it actually is. Stillness is your refusal to engage on her emotional battlefield. It is an intentional pause that holds your power. Stillness creates a void. In that void, she hears her own fears. She sees her own need for control. That reflection breaks her strategy. She cannot manipulate what she cannot read. Third, how to apply it. Start small. Next time you feel the urge to respond, count to 5. Breathe deeply. Do not speak. Notice the discomfort in your chest. Let it live there. Do not try to escape it. That moment of silence is where you grow. When she sees you hold that space, she loses her usual script. She turns to find a reaction that is not coming. You may ask, won't she think I'm rude or uncaring? Yes, she might. She may label you as unfeeling. But understand this, those are not insults. They are her way of saying she can't control you. When she calls you cold, she is confirming that your silence is a mirror she cannot shatter. Now picture another scene. You are at a party, friends around, music playing. She remarks on something about you, hinting at a flaw. Your gut screams to defend. You feel the world waiting for your reaction. You close your mouth and stand. The room feels heavy. Seconds feel like minutes. She flushes, unsure how to fill the air. Your calm is louder than any words. That is the kind of presence we are building. It is a presence so steady that it disturbs. It is not about punishing her. It is about living your truth. You do not need her approval to feel whole. That truth radiates from your silence. Next, let's anticipate the doubt in your mind. But what if I lose her completely? Let me ask you this. Do you want someone who stays because you begged? Or someone who stays because you refuse to lose yourself? If you cling, you become desperate. You paint a target on your heart. She will test you harder. But if you can stand without fear, you show her you are unshakable. That unshakability attracts respect, and respect is the soil where true attraction grows. And now, a quick reminder. If this idea is already lighting a spark inside you, hit the like button and let me know in the comments which part resonated. Also, subscribe to keep fueling your growth and learning more ways to harness your silent power. Let's deepen this. Most men try to fix, to please, to rescue. They fear that if they don't, they will lose her. That fear is the mask of slavery. But what if I told you that letting go is not losing? Letting go is winning. When you let her exhaust her tests on your silence, she tires. She looks for a way in. When she finally speaks, she is not trying to trap you. She is trying to understand the mystery you have become. This next step gets to the heart of Nietzsche's lesson. He said, the individual has always struggled to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. That tribe is not just society. It is the relationships that demand you to conform. Every time you chase her approval, you bow to that tribe. You lose your shape. To rise above, you must become your own tribe. You must stand by your own rules. Why it matters. Conforming to her expectations means you are living her truth, not yours. You lose your identity. What it is, sovereignty of self. It is the ability to choose your own path, to shape your own world. It is to walk away without a backward glance. How to apply it. Practice making decisions based solely on your own values. If she disagrees, do not explain. Simply stand by your choice. For instance, if she wants you to do something that feels wrong to you, refuse. Stand firm. Do not raise your voice. Do not explain. That refusal is a statement of your worth. Some will say you risk becoming isolated or lonely. Yet true loneliness is gap in spirit, not absence of people. When you build your inner fortress, you become comfortable in your own mind. That comfort is magnetic. People gravitate to calm confidence. She will come to you because your silence becomes a puzzle she wants to solve. Let me illustrate with a metaphor. A deep, lake at dawn. The water is still, glassy. The world reflects in it. When the wind blows, ripples appear, but beneath the surface, it remains calm. That is you. No matter how much chaos she stirs, your core stays unmoved. In that still water, she sees her own reflection. She sees her fears and her desires. That reflection unsettles her because she is used to seeing herself in others. But in your silence, she sees herself for the first time. Now, remember to like and subscribe if this idea resonates. Join this tribe of men choosing peace over panic. Next, let's break a major limiting belief. I need her to understand me to feel loved. That idea is false and dangerous. It tells you your worth relies on her mind, but your worth is contained in your soul. She does not need to understand you. She needs to feel that you do not care whether she does. Why it matters. Chasing understanding puts you on her leash. You become reactive. She owns your emotions. What it is, ownership of internal peace. It is an unshakable belief that your existence is not up for debate. How to apply it? Each morning, remind yourself, my worth is mine alone. When she asks you to explain your feelings, you say one sentence to end that chapter. Then you walk away. You do not beg for empathy. You offer your calm. Imagine again, she sends you a message that cuts deep, revealing a wound. Your first instinct is to pour your heart out. But this time, you close your eyes, breathe, and do not reply. Hours pass. She waits, wondering if you received her message. Finally, she texts, "Did I hurt you?" You answer, "I am fine." Then you remain silent again. You have shown her that your peace is not up for negotiation. Now comes the final ascent. This is where most men fall. They learn silence, but then use it as a tool to be seen. That is still a form of performance. True silent power requires no audience. It is a revolution within. It means living without a map, because this path is not taught. It is lived. Why it matters. If your silence seeks attention, it is hollow. She sees the performance and laughs behind your back. True silence is invisible until it shifts the world. What it is, pure self-mastery. It is burning every part of you that sought applause. It is loving without needing to be loved back. How to apply it? Each day, ask yourself, am I doing this to be seen or from inner calm? If it is to be seen, stop, reset, breathe, return to your center, live in your values even when no one watches. You may question, is it fair to her? Am I playing games? Silence from need is not a game, it is truth. Game is rooted in lies and in fear. Silence from strength is rooted in clarity and love for self. It respects both of you. It gives her the freedom to reveal her true self. It gives you the freedom to be real. Now, at the peak of this message, you see that power is not about controlling others. It is about controlling yourself. It is about being so solid that no force can shake you. When you choose to love from freedom, not need, she sees it. She cannot resist it. She respects it. She wants to earn your place in your world. You stand on the edge of change. Your silent revolution begins now. Your peace is a temple. Let it live inside you. When they try to break you, smile and vanish. Your silence will remain and speak for you. You now hold the final truth. The moment you stop needing approval is the moment you become unforgettable. You are the mountain in the storm. You are the deep lake at dawn. You are the mirror in which she sees her true face. You are the silent power that outsmarts any test. Drop a comment with your biggest insight. Smash subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a lesson in true strength. We are building a generation of men who stand silent, strong, and free.